Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Fun Day stream. I am here joined with some special guests. I mean, they have been with us on the stream in the past, but now we're all here together. Together like a pack, like a wolf pack. We're together, like the Simteract Pact. We're here. And we're going to talk around, and we're going to talk about Taxi Life. I would like to introduce my colleagues, co-workers, and friends one by one here. So, first on your screens, on your right-hand side, this guy right here. This is Andre. He is our lead game designer. Andre, how you doing, man?
Hello. Nice. Nice to see you again. Thanks.
Yeah, Andre joined us the last time around. We did the stream. I think it was last month, right, Andre? It was me and you.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was the ultimate duo. And this is a person that needs no introduction. She has been with me on the stream since the very beginning that we started doing these Taxi Life streams, since before Taxi Life was even Taxi Life. It was Urban Venture. Alexandra, how are you doing?
That's me. Great, thank you. Good to be here.
Awesome. Alex, you had a very nice upgrade to your camera. We can see you in full HD now. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I had this one especially for this occasion, so yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, you know, if you live stream, you got to put in a little bit of work when it comes to the gear that you're using, right? The cameras, the microphones, so people can see you and hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about Taxi Life. This is a community stream. We're going to be showing some gameplay. We're going to be talking about some things that we've added since the last time we did one of these streams. So, the last time I streamed with Andy here, I'm just going to call you Andy, because not everyone can say Andre, you know what I mean? So, so the last time I did a stream with Andy here, we talked about some of the new features that we added into our build, and believe it or not, over the last month or so, we've added even more features. Maybe Andy, you want to tell us a little bit about some of the things that we've added over the last month or so?
There is a few things. As you know, we were working on the map feature, and to be honest, we are still working on it. But right now we can add. We added to the map filters, which are helpful for the players to navigate, and we add the possibility to adding the route, additional route to the map, which also help in navigation way.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure. We'll get right into those things. The map is looking good. You're able to add more route, more points to the map, and it's looking good. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of context here. So Alex and Andre, Andy, they, you know, this is the lead game designer and the producer for Taxi Life. So you guys work together on a daily basis all the time, 24/7. Yeah.
Exactly.
Ola, why don't you tell us a little bit about like what it's like to work with Andre making a game like Taxi Life, because I'm sure that, you know, it's not easy, right? It's not easy.
That's not easy, but still rewarding, I guess. Like I think we are very well matched in like professionally. So we have like a very different skill sets that we can, you know, use to make this game to allow you guys like see this game actually. So I think we are just great together. So yeah. Like me personally, I really enjoy working with Andrzej. I wouldn't like switch it to another guy. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, producers, I think, like, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But like producers and game designers, they sort of go like hand in hand together, right? Like it's sort of hard to do some of the things that we do in game dev without one or the other, right?
It's like a tandem, right? So
Yeah.
we really need to be together at literally all of the meetings and everything we are setting up for the project, for both the design and both the scheduling. So we are like kind of being on each other's like areas as well a little bit, to be to work everything together.
Sure. Absolutely. And I'm just a community manager. I just annoy everyone, right? I'm just like, hey,
No,
when is
man.
this happening? When is that happening? Why is this happening like that? I saw someone's description of a community manager one time in a video, and they said that it's like you're the voice of the gamers, right? Like I'm like the barrier between like you guys, right, and then the people that are saying things about whatever our game is, right, and like what we're showing. So I like to say that I'm like a sacrificial lamb. It's like I take all. I'm like the bulletproof shield, right? I take the hate, I take the flaming, I take all of it, right? And then just hopefully so you guys don't have to experience that, right? But there's no flaming here, there's no hate, there's all love, there's all joy, and we're all gamers here, right? Halloween's coming up. I have some Halloween music come like in the background there. I don't know, do you guys like Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah? My daughter wants to be a vampire this year, so
The best character.
the best character, right? Cool. Okay, guys, so we're gonna show you a little bit of gameplay here. I have around 13 14 minutes of gameplay. We're gonna talk a little bit about some of the things that you guys see on screen. Keep in mind, this is pre-alpha gameplay. This isn't even alpha, this isn't even beta, this is pre-alpha, right? And it's also pre-recorded, right? Because there will be bugs, there will be glitches, there will be things that don't make sense, just like in life, right? But we're happy to show you guys what we've been working on for the last couple of months. Well, I haven't, you guys have, Alex and Andy. You know, I'm just pretending to take the credit for it.
No, you are the part of the team, man.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so without further ado, it's around like 13 14 minutes of gameplay. I see Artful Dodger. For Alex's sake, I hope Mike's driving is better than the last time. It's not. I'm sorry to say, it's not. So yeah. Oh, and I wanted to say we have some people in the chat. Artful Dodger, welcome. Pyrus Gaming, DJ Sam, and DJ Spyproof. What is going on, guys? We are live on, I think, 4 different platforms right now: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. All of them. All of the platforms that you guys know and love or hate. Not everyone likes social media, right? But in any case, you can find this stream everywhere. So I have the gameplay footage here. I'm just gonna minimize. I'm just gonna turn the music off. I put on some spooky lo-fi music, and I'm feeling pretty spooked right now, to be honest. I'm scared. Okay. Okie dokie. Social media wolf pack. Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right, so we're gonna go on here. There we are. There's the chat. Pre-recorded pre-alpha footage. Hope you guys like my new layout. I mean, I know it's not like super fancy, right? But you guys can see our social medias right there. That's my Twitter. And Andy has his over there, and so does Alex as well. So. Also, the audio might not be super loud. I mean, I think you guys should be able to hear it. I turned it up in like post-production and stuff like that, but it should be fine. Hopefully. Okay, so here we go. Starting off, we are in the first model of vehicle. Now, I wanted to automatically talk about, because going by like the last stream that we did, the cabin, you can already tell it's different, Andy, right? You can see the radio is on. There are some blue buttons. There's even a start-stop button in the cabin where you can manually start the car, because before, you had to use your keyboard. Now you can actually scroll over it and start the car that way. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about some of the new cabin functionality that we see here.
Yeah, of course, I can do it. In last few weeks, we were focused on give a few details to the cabin. Lots of elements we have in the cabin will be ready to use by the player. For example, the player can open the window as you see right now on the screen, close it. The player can turn on and off the engine, use the interactive map in some range by the buttons in the cabin, and use emergency lights in the cabin. Probably it will be shown on this video for a moment.
Yeah, it seems that like almost all of the buttons are like interactable now. Like
not all, but the most of
yeah.
Cabin buttons will be ready to use. So
Yeah.
if the player want to play, if you want to play immerse and use only cabin view and navigate only on it only by clicking stuff in the cabin, you can do it. But it's not only this way to use it. You can use also this some cover things. And it's not only one way, because we also have radial menu to navigate the car stuff.
Yeah, so why don't we talk about the radio menu for a second here? Let me just ban someone on YouTube. We got some spam going on. It happens. 1 second. Just ban this. Oh, they're already banned. Okay. Already by the auto mod. Yeah, so the radio menu, right? The radio menu. So the radio menu is going to be something that you could, I don't think I show it here, unfortunately. I don't think I show it here, but there's two ways that you could open the radio menu, right? So on the keyboard, it's with tab, and on the controller, you said it was with down on the D-pad, right? And
yeah,
what are some things that you could do in the radio menu? Can you, like, I don't know, open your windows, for example?
Yeah, exactly. Generally you will be able to do the same things you can do by buttons in the cabin, like open windows, use the radio, use air condition system, turn the rear camera, turn on the car, this kind of things.
Cool. And now, because now we're in the second vehicle, right? The second vehicle model, and all of the vehicles. Is it depending on which model of the vehicle that the player is using will depend on like certain functionalities that they'll be able to use, or will all the vehicles be able to have the same types of functionality in the cabin?
Most of the functionalities in the cabins, in all cabins, will be the same, but some more exclusive cars have a few external systems, and of course a few additional buttons to use them.
Right.
So
okay.
This car, which you see on on the screen, definitely will have some new functionalities.
I think it's super cool, like that. Like this is why I like stopped sort of on this part. Like you can even adjust the amount of air conditioning, right, that you want in the cabin. Like, do you want a lot of air conditioning or not a lot of air conditioning? You have AC turn up and AC turn down. I think that's a pretty nice detail to have.
Yeah,
So
and I want to say that it will not only be the immersions widget, immersion thing. It
right,
will have some important effect on the gameplay. But that's what I can say for now about it.
for sure. Alex, so from your point of view, right? Like, these all seem just like a simple thing, like add a button, right? But like there's much more to that, is there, than just adding a button and making it do something. So like, as the producer, like what is like, obviously without going into detail, but just like sort of implementing these like sort of small intricate things in like a car cabin, putting the window up, putting it down, turning on the radio, air conditioning, all like what is the process like? I mean, is it hard? Is it easy? Like,
It's definitely not easy. It's not like you just it's like 15 minutes and all buttons are just working. It's
right.
like a matter of months actually. And I guess that the biggest challenge of all of these is not like just implementing that as it is, but like maintaining it for the future, for possible reiterations from the design side, or generally like technical side, because like once we have all these systems together, sometimes it turns out that something needs to be recoded, like refactored,
Right.
make it work all together, because like sometimes like things happen like you turn on like the AC but the windows goes down. So
Yeah.
like it's not like just once like you do work once and forever, but you need to like support it in the future once when the buttons are like expanding the amounts of buttons, or changing the like or adding more cars actually,
Right.
because they differ from one to another a little bit, not too much but still. So yeah, that's not very easy.
Yeah, no, it sounds, because like you said, I mean, all of them are sort of like interconnected with each other, right? So like if you fix
Yeah.
one thing, then something else could break, and then it's
Right.
like it's just like one little thing, right, that needs to be like recoded or something like that. From your point of view, Alex, what do you think, like moving like in your opinion, right? What is like the state of the cabins right now, like of the vehicles? Are we done with them, East, or are we still going to improve upon them some more?
I'm sure we'll be improving them till the very launch of the
Right,
game,
right.
but for now we are nearly closing the first car buttons like set,
Okay.
because like this month we are working on the like finishing, polishing, and like completing everything connected with the first car.
Right.
So it's this the white one we know from the very first
Yeah.
streams. So everything should be working like 100% in this car, and we in the next month will be like copying these solutions to the further cars.
So Control C, Control V, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say that it
Not
works
be
this way.
that easy.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So yeah, thanks for that explanation. And this is the electric car, right, Andy? As far as I know.
It is electric car.
I think there's still some like textures that need to be added to it.
It's
Yeah.
not finished.
But it
we
looks
have-
good. It looks very futuristic. It looks awesome.
We have we want to make it different look,
Right.
and futuristic, and
Cool.
it's good.
So this car in particular, because this is like a 6 to 8 person car, I think, right? So
Yeah.
does this imply that we'll be able to pick up more than one passenger at a time, or
Yeah,
or like a
exactly.
group of people? Like, how is that going to work? Like, do you know?
Exactly, we want to make this possibility, and some tasks will be required this particular car. So the player will have to buy it to be able to make this kind of tasks.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. So I think we'll be moving forward here. I think I honked the horn a little bit. We're going to be moving forward to the map. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we have 3 new camera modes now, which will also add to the immersiveness, right, of the player that's playing the game. So you'll be able to pick, I think there's 3 other camera modes from the hood of the car, sort of a first-person view on the dashboard, and then like a complete first-person view. So here's the map. It has changed. The map has changed greatly, and I gotta say, it looks very nice. The map looks huge. How many square kilometers is it right now? Do you know?
I don't remember how many is right now. I
Yeah.
know
3,
what
I guess it's.
you know. Okay.
I think it's around 3 square kilometers, as far as I remember.
Okay.
And so halfway to the complete map.
And this is it's huge. Oh my god.
Yeah, because it's a 1-to-1 scale. So
Right. Yeah. You know, I just wanted to say something. Like when we were at Gamescom and stuff, right? Like we were like, yeah, you know, the map is probably going to be like 7 kilometers squared, something like that. And people were like 7, and I was like, yeah, but it's at a 1-to-1 scale, you know. It's ginormous. Like as you guys are like following the rules of the road, you know, you're stopping at red lights, waiting for pedestrians to cross. It's like you're not going to be able to go across the whole map without getting a bunch of fines going like 800 kilometers an hour in like 2 minutes, right? Like you're going to be in this map driving and doing missions and doing you know, the other activities that we have planned, right? So Artful Dodger is asking, what does the chess pieces mean? Maybe Andy, you could tell us a little bit about what these icons are. These placeholders? Are these things that we're going to be able to do in the game? Maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Okay, about icons. So we have a lot of icons here. In final version, there will be less icons because some of them are interior are icons for interior systems, and there will be not visible for the player. But we have what we will have icons for monuments, which the monuments of Barcelona, which the player can see and visit. And of course, we have icons for gas stations, for tasks, of course, for what exactly? For speed cameras, because it is very important information if you are a driver. And even for accidents which can happen in the game world, and you can react and bypass the area of accident.
That's pretty cool. So you'll be able to see like the accidents that are around the map. I think I see one example icon that we're using here. This little car with the like little triangle exclamation mark.
To see it better, you can use filters. You can use arrows to navigate by them.
Yeah.
And turn it on. The color will change.
Yeah, it looks good. One thing that I immediately noticed, right, is that you can actually use the mouse in the map now instead of like having the crosshair before, how we had it in like previous builds. And now you could like have the mouse and mark things, and it looks good. But yeah, look, here's another example. I just made some random route here, but here's another example of how you could sort of place points on your map to where you want to go, right? So if you want to plan multiple routes, you want to do multiple jobs, you could plan that, and then the GPS should be able to take you there, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Okie dokie. So yeah, that looks good. I saw a comment. It said a lot of so many graves, Halloween vibes. Yeah, we're gonna be visiting some cemeteries. Um, yeah, and then you can also revoke the task as well if you were to do that. So here's an example that took a long time to do. Okay. Now that guy, that AI right there, he's gonna get a ticket. He just crossed this. He just ran a red light. Okay, but but right now, what you guys are about to witness are pedestrians crossing the street. Okay, and what's really cool is you can see the little walk icon there, right? And the pedestrians are reacting to it. So the game is telling them, hey, you can cross the street now. And for example, when it turns red, I mean, right now they're sort of like stuck in the middle. I think we're gonna have like a little median where they can wait, right? Like in the future, but like right now they're sort of stuck in the middle, and they're sort of just like moving along, just like not knowing where to go. But this was harder to implement than you probably guys think, right? I think for a couple months we had problems with pedestrians crossing the street. I don't know, Ola, you're probably the best person to to talk about this.
Yeah, if you say so. Actually, yeah, that's was a little bit of pain for many months. It's been a year now, I guess, because like it's going back and back. Due to the same reason as the buttons were, as I was saying like a couple of minutes before, because everything is like interconnected, like improving one thing or changing to another might destroy everything else, because it's all like
and it's just like a simple thing, right? Just like pedestrians crossing the street.
But it's not like it. It's like the whole road system together, and the AIs, like the car AIs and the like human AIs. They are like like they need to start seeing each other and reacting to that. Yeah, it's like the car turn, and then there's like the human turn, and they need to and then it's like the programming work, and then the level designer needs to like distribute all these like signals, both for the pedestrians and the cars again. Right. Every single time something is changed, so there's a lot of room for mistakes. Yeah. So yeah, even small one can just raise some like question marks within the like the whole the systems. So yeah, very difficult stuff.
Yeah, I see. Pedestrians look like from a Walking Dead movie. Well, we just taught them to walk, okay? We literally just taught them to walk, baby steps.
They're not alive, actually.
Yeah, I want to say that we are still improving animation of pedestrians and other game stuff, clients, for example, and AI cars. So wait for it.
Yeah, you guys will see the progress. You guys will see the progress. Stay tuned. Okay, so I just picked up my first passenger here, and I sort of I don't know, maybe it was because I was running red lights, but the patience was really running out fast for this guy. He he did not like the way I was driving. But there's one cool thing that I saw, that I experienced, right? Something that we have been talking about for a very long time. And this is, as you're picking up passengers, you engage in dialogue with them, right? So I think in this example, what you guys are about to see, the passenger is like, so where can I see some art around here? Obviously, there's not really like any voiceovers yet. I think we did one voiceover where I was the voice, and that was pretty cool. But obviously there's we haven't implemented all the voiceovers and stuff like that. But we have the base design of that system that you guys are about to see here. And now I'm forewarning you guys, I did fail the mission, and the passenger just like disappeared. So in the future, when the game is full release, the goal is to actually, you'll probably have like a task failed sign or something like that. If you were to fail a task, right? So, so here you go. Here you guys go. I'm waiting at the red light. I'm looking by her. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna call her Diana." Yeah, so she's like, do you know what it's worth seeing in Barcelona? I forgot what I selected. I think architecture, I think. Yeah, I think it was amazing murals. And then she's like, I can see you're really into art. And then I'm just like, no, not really. I just made it up. But yeah, and then I failed, the like the mission here, but it will the game will be notifying the player of when that happens, right? And going back a little bit to some of the systems on the passengers' patience levels, right? Everything that you do when you pick up a customer has influence on their patience level. So if you drive fast, if you're running red lights, if you're going on the wrong side of the road, if you're getting speeding tickets, right? Then that patience level just gets further and further down until you fail the task, right? So so yeah, that was pretty cool. I was actually, because that was the first time I actually saw it in the game as I was playing. I was like, wow, they added this. This is cool. So I was pretty excited. I wasn't really focused on if they were patient with me or not. And yeah, so I think I'm going over here to the second task, where I think we're gonna go pick up an old man. We're gonna call him Jeff. And we're gonna go pick up Jeff here. Jeff is waiting. At first I thought he was like without any pants, but then his pants were like the color of his skin. So good thing he was wearing pants. And I went to go pick him up. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm driving all over the place. And yeah, so, and over here I think yeah, there's like a zone that I'm not able to go to. I'm just like, oh no, that's blocked off. So obviously that will be fixed, right? So and I think I also failed this one as well. So so we'll see. Will this have steering wheel support, pedal support at launch? I think Alex, aren't we sort of working on wheel support?
Yeah, like right now, this is the focus right now, and yeah, we are kind of implementing the very first steering wheel, but we will have more. So we'll for sure will be announcing what steering wheel models will be supporting. So yeah, this is obligatory in this kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm checking the. It's like one of the main questions. It's like the number one question. If I were to say what is the number one question that the community is having for Taxi Life, it would be, is there going to be wheel support? And there's your answer, folks. So
there will be.
There will be. So cool. I'm gonna scroll back a little bit here, and I showed this in one of our developer blogs, I think last month, as well as I think I made a little social media video about it. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but the viewers, of course, but when you crash, boom, there's a nice camera shake. And this happens whenever you run into something. Of course, we also implemented some damage to the car, and I think the vehicle destruction is going to get a little bit improved on. Oh, look, there's Jeff. He's just over there chilling. He's like, oh my God, this guy is like driving like a maniac. But yeah, so there won't be total vehicular annihilation. But yeah, there will be some destruction. No offense, but I'll be turning that off. Now, Andy, I think this is like the first iteration of the camera shake feature. Is this going to be something that players are going to be able to turn off or turn on, or lower, maybe higher it a little bit?
Yeah, to be honest, we have to balance the parameters of the camera because it's too big, in my opinion, in some moments. But the player probably will have some control of these parameters. But we will have to discuss this player's options. So it's still open thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so when like I noticed when I was playing the build like a little bit ago that the more because we also I didn't show it in this video, but we also implemented like vehicular deterioration. So like the more damage you give your car, the worse it drives, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
you'll notice that like the durability of the car, like because there's like those three bars, like the lower it goes, the worse the car is going to drive. It'll handle worse. It'll start to sort of like shake a little bit, you know. So you'll be like, okay, so at that point, I need to fix it, right? So, okay, so we have some questions here from the chat. Here, let me see what we got here. Mike's driving is getting worse. Maybe you need lessons. You know, maybe Artful Dodger, you should just give me some lessons, some driving lessons. I'd be happy to accept them. How is the crash mechanics and deformation coming along? Yeah, so as you guys saw, there is some crash mechanics. There is some vehicular deformation. I don't know, Andy, are we going to improve on it a little bit more in the future? What is like the most amount of damage that we'll be able to do to our car? Like, are the windows gonna break? Are the wheels gonna fall off? Like how's that looking like?
To be honest, there will be no such of things.
Okay.
We changed because of many reasons, generally because of performance.
Right.
We decide only to change texture and, if I name it correct, vertical painting stuff.
Mm.
Mm, so only scratches on the car
Okay.
body and on the windows, but all car will still be in one piece.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this isn't what's that game called? That awesome crashing car game.
BNG.
Beam NG. Yeah, yeah. This isn't Beam NG, guys. We're not gonna be. I mean, you can run the car into a wall, but you know that's not the goal. Will you add a bit of wind noise to improve the sense of speed? Ooh, that's a cool question. So, for example, like I don't know, maybe you can answer this. Maybe Andy. So like when you're driving the car, right, and like let's say you're driving the car, you open the window. Like let's just give an example how you do it in real life. You're in a car, you put the window down, it's a nice day, and the wind is sort of like you hear that windy noise, right? Is that something that is going to be in Taxi Life?
I think our sound team, one-man sound team, probably think about something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and we will see.
Yeah, that's something that I think at this moment, right? At this moment, we're not completely focused on, right? But it would be definitely a nice immersion feature to have, right? Question from Allmore38. Will it be possible to turn off? Let me scroll up a little bit. Will it be possible to turn off the backlight zones, stop, parking, garage, gas station, so that they are shown only on the GPS monitor but not on the road? This is a question about the game, like closer to reality without any UI. So only the icons that are like showing you how you said, like the parking, the garage, the gas station, have it on the little monitor inside of the cabin. Is that what your question is, and not on the map?
Okay, so
Yeah, so Andy, go ahead.
okay, so it is a tricky question because I know it will be good because of immersion, but to be honest, we don't want to remove it because we want to force player, encourage player to the parking game. So if the player park in the park correct in the place we design, so he gets the XP points. So probably we will still we don't remove it.
Sounds good. Okay, last question before we end here from Fubo. Will there be vehicle maintenance requirements, oil, tire pressure, fuel? If so, will these affect gameplay? Good question. So yes, there will be vehicle maintenance requirements. You will have to fuel up the car. If you don't fuel up your car, you run out of gas. And then what happens? You have to pay to reset or something like that, right, Andy? If you run out of gas in the middle of the road?
Exactly, you have to call for a toll. And if you have a client in the car,
He has to catch the bus.
you fail the task. So,
Yeah, exactly.
and the other stuff, of course, you can repair the car, and you will be able to clean it also.
Fantastic.
But this is open question about oil and other stuff.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, our goal is to make the game pretty immersive, so that there's consequences, for example, for like not maintaining your car, for example, right? So like if you, for example, like you have a dirty vehicle and you pick up a customer, the client might actually react to that, right? And he might be like, "Why is your car so dirty?" or something like that, right? So like that's the theory here. Motorbikes and e-bikes, no plans for those at this time. Maybe in the far future. Taking buses. Will the AI traffic include trucks and buses? I don't think so. Ola, do you know maybe?
Buses. I think there were some ideas on these. No. Okay. That would be
because
difficult.
many reasons. The main reason is the grid of street in Barcelona.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe on a few very wide streets, yes, but we will see. Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, I think that makes sense because I mean, like as you guys saw, some of the streets there are just like super tiny, right? Like, and I think if we added, I mean, I know that probably in real life Barcelona, there's, I mean, I sort of, I've never been there to be honest, but I highly doubt that there's like huge buses going into like these tiny streets, even in real life, right? That would make sense. But yeah, so small white vans. Let's compromise. We already have a van. It's already in the game. Boom, there it is. 8-person van. That's sort of like, it's like a mini bus, sort of. Okay, guys. If you guys don't have any more questions, I think that's about all the time that we have for today. I wanted to thank each and every one of you for watching. We do these live streams every Monday, 7 p.m. Central European summertime. We're changing our clocks soon. That means we're going to get another hour of sleep. It's going to be fantastic. Ola, I know you like to sleep, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
Awesome. And of course, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Andre, so much for joining me on the stream. And until next time, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your Monday. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.